This is retireearlylifestyle.com.
Having more fun than anyone.
Billy here with retireearlylifestyle.com. We are on the island of Sint Maarten in the Caribbean islands, and this is our last day here because we are going to be flying to Nevis later today, and we had a few hours to kill because you got to get checked out of a hotel, and our flight's not till later in the day, and so we have used Fedricka here as a driver on this island numerous times now, and she's quite reliable and a very good driver. So she offered to take us on a tour since we've never been we've been to the French side once, but only to the capital, which actually she took us there. And so now we're on the French side of Sint Maarten, and apparently everything over here is like on the Dutch side it's 110, the plugs are like US, and here everything is 220. And so what are we looking at here? Oh my goodness, we have some iguanas. Is that correct?
Yes, iguanas. This is the iguana park.
Oh my gosh.
There's a lot of them. Yes. So here, she's feeding them with rice, and then you can, basically she'll give you a stick and you can feed them with the stick as well.
Be careful, Acacia.
The biggest ones are like the orange. I don't know if you see the orange looking ones.
Uh-huh.
They're the male. And
Yeah.
there's actually one that's called Donald Trump. They call him Donald Trump.
Is he a big one?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to go out and take a look at these in just a moment. Fedricka just took us down to where the nude beach was, and we took a look at that, and right at that time it started to sprinkle. Otherwise, I'm sure we would have stripped down and gone in. There were quite a few people back there. The parking lot was full. So.
Yeah, the rain is not going to stop anybody.
No, the rain's not. The rain here is liquid sunshine. It's not cold. So we're making our way around the island. Eventually she's going to take us to the airport.
So we actually have two more beaches here. Coco Beach. So one is named Coco Beach and the other one is Cacao. So
And-
both are owned by the French people.
And what is the difference between the two beaches?
It's basically the same. It's like a beach bar.
Okay.
Basically. So they call it different beaches based on, I guess, the owners that created it. But it's basically the same as Orient. It's just, I believe on this side is a bit more rough. So basically Coco Beach is more rough than Orient
Okay.
Beach. Yeah.
Okay. So the French side of the beaches are on the Atlantic, and that means that's why they're more rough. They get more wave action
Yes.
from the Atlantic.
In some places, yeah. If you go to Friars Bay, the beach is actually very beautiful and is not rough.
Ah,
Friars Bay is on the front side. It's very clear water. It's beautiful.
but that's over on the Caribbean side, right?
It's on the front side.
On the French side, right? But
Even let's say Grand Cas is like you could say 7 minutes from here, 10 minutes.
Okay.
And it's a beautiful beach as well. It's not too rough and the water is very clear. I guess just on this side it's just a little part of more of Atlantic.
you can see we got blue skies up here and raining here. This is typical of the southern latitudes. our friends from Nevis gave us a weather report, and they said it's pretty much the same as here. So that's where we're going to be in a few hours. Hopefully it'll get it out of its system.
See, this is also a pond. A salt pond.
A salt pond.
The front side is bigger, but also has, if you notice, it has a lot more land too. A lot of free land up in the hills.
Right.
They do more agriculture and also like farm for animals, cows, sheep. You sometimes see them on the roadside.
Yeah, because we noticed the Dutch side is much more congested.
Yeah, it's built up.
Yep.
There's a lot more going on. Here is Hope Estate. Basically, what you see on the left is different French businesses, electronic stores, hardware, supermarket, bakeries. Just the area where a lot of French people do their shopping. It's a busy area.
But again, here you would have to have a car.
It's Super U. Super U is the most popular
Yes.
supermarket.
They have a Super U in St. Bart's.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But that's the one out by the airport.
Oh, that's the one you was talking about.
Yeah.
This is the airport on the front side. They call it L'Espérance or Grand Cas Airport.
Is this an international airport?
No.
Okay.
So it mostly goes to like small islands, Sint Maarten, Martinique, and Guadeloupe. So those are all French islands.
Right. They're all owned by the French, so.
Yeah.
But Air France does not come in here, correct? No. Because we flew Air France into Sint Maarten, but we landed on the Dutch side.
Yes. You know there are two different spellings for Sint Maarten
Yes.
and also two different pronunciations. So the way you say it, the Sint Maarten is actually from the front side. And normally the way how to say it on the Dutch side is Sint Maarten.
Sint
Yes.
Maarten. Sint Maarten.
So with the Sint Maarten, it's double A, and with the Sint Maarten, like how you're saying it, it's on the front side.
Let's just make life confusing.
I know, right? Back then, a lot of people actually came and fought for the island, Sint Maarten, but the Dutch and French were more persistent, like, you know. So they actually just decided to share the island. And the way they did it was basically they did a walkathon, and apparently the Frenchmen, well, they were both drinking water, and the Frenchman switched the Dutchman drink into snaps, which is alcohol. So he ended up drinking alcohol, and that is why he covered less of the island than the Frenchman.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's a good story.
This is Grand Cas. So on the other side of the street, on the other side of this, basically, there is a lot of food, a lot of restaurants. There's a long strip you could walk, and in high season they do this thing called Mardi Gras, which is on every Tuesday, because Mardi is basically Tuesday in French.
Right.
And they do a big celebration, basically. So it's very busy in high season. So if you want to eat a good meal and let's say you're staying on the island, you can come to Grand Cas on the front side. They have different options of food, which is very good.
Yes, we ate at the French restaurant in Marigot. It was good.
The French restaurants in Marigot are pretty good too. Some are local. Most places on the front side, there is also local food. So in Grand Cas there is local food. Also in Marigot you'll get local food.
Yeah, I remember the view from the restaurant was gorgeous.
Yeah. So we would see some basketball courts. We do have a bit of a few because that's the main sports here, one of the main sports. So it's basketball, soccer, and baseball. Baseball/cricket because people do cricket too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I don't understand cricket. I do not understand cricket.
Isn't it the same as baseball or similar?
Well, you have a bat and a ball, but it's way different. I don't know the over.
I know the bat is way different from
Yes,
the baseball bat.
yes, and the scoring, the over and under. I don't know what
Oh,
this.
I don't know it either. I hear a lot of people from Guyana play it.
Yeah, that's big on Nevis too.
Oh, okay.
You know, Nevis was British.
British?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and so they're into the cricket.
Makes sense. So we have escaped the rain.
Yes. You can see blue skies now.
Also, Hawaii does that a lot too.
Mm-hmm. You can see how green it is here. There's a reason why it's green. And so what is this town we're looking at now?
This is Marigot.
Marigot, okay.
Part of Marigot, yeah. This power plant on the front side.
Again, just a reminder, Marigot is the capital of the French side of Sint Maarten.
Sint Maarten. Sint Maarten.
Sint Maarten.
Like how you were saying it the first time, yes. This here is Our Lady Liberty. Lady Liberty.
Oh,
That
No, I missed it.
Oh, you want me to go back around?
I can't. I can't. Through the window. Okay. There she is. There she is, Lady Liberty. That's good.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Yeah, it's been a recorded if you wanted to. Yeah.
Did the French give that one to you?
Yeah.
The French gave ours to the United States. The Statue of Liberty. Did you not know that?
I know that, but I believe that probably the America made this one,
Okay.
and then probably they sent it back because the skin color. Actually, it was made for France, if I'm not mistaken, and then they sent it here, and then because of the skin color, basically, she was black. We have the Fort Louis here on top. So basically, when you go up there, you see the cannonballs back in the day of the wars and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You see that it's very historical, and then you see the view of Marigold.
And you can see now we're back down in the water. Do you call those speed bumps, or what do you call them here?
Speed bumps.
In Mexico, they call them topes or sleeping policemen.
Sleeping. I like that one. So this is Marigold. The big boat you see there is basically the ferry.
And what is the significance of this statue?
The cannonball too is there. What is normally written on it is all messed up.
And the restaurant we ate at, it was right up here.
In here?
Yeah, somewhere up in there. Yep. And we got the French bakery.
Normally all here is full of markets, different markets. But it's closed, when there's no ship.
Yeah, same in
There's
town.
this bakery that is open. And then here is just basically the different booths with food. Spend some time here, but there's not really much to do because all the markets are done, and but much to see. I don't know if you guys still want to walk around, take a look. Probably have the mall. Most things are closed too.
Everything is very.
I don't know if today is a holiday. Sometimes when it's a holiday, it's really quiet.
But the island is very, very oriented to when the ships come in.
Yes. So what you guys want to do? It's all up to you.
Okay, so we're continuing our tour with Fedricka around the island of Sint Maarten.
So this is the border. So after we pass the border, we'll
You can see here the sign says "Welcome to the Dutch side."
Welcome to the Dutch side.
So we just changed countries, changed the power cords, changed electric from
Right.
220 to 110.
Just like that.
We have learned to travel with adapters for both through the years, and other things that our phones and computers these days are all multi-voltage, but some other things that we use are not. And so we want to make sure that we get the right kind of plugs, because the plugs are different as well. It only takes one mistake, which we made in Thailand one time. We plugged something in and watched it melt. Yes.
You see, like let's say I were to move to the front side, and I have 110 plugs, I would need a transformer.
Yes.
What do? Just use transformer.
But the plug sockets are different, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a bridge. The bridge. This is a drawbridge, but this one goes to the side, so it turns.
Ah.
And then, for the boats, basically. In high season, we get a lot of boats. This is a little compared to when it's easy. And we also get a lot of yachts too. And the purpose of this bridge was to make it easier to go to the front side where we just came from.
I see.
Without the bridge, we would have to go all the way around, go through Cold Bay, and then end up.
So the ferry runs under here from Mergo?
No.
No. But they go out.
This is just boats.
Okay.
So like they to cross, they would open the bridge.
Okay.
So this is one drawbridge, and we have another one in Simpson Bay. The one in Simpson Bay, it goes up.
I see. And you can see the airport there.
There's a flight coming in. You can see the Sint Maarten flag, red, white, and blue.
Yeah, we're familiar with that.
We do have a lot of roundabouts too, because it's easier, keep the traffic flowing. We had one stoplight, but it's not working on that. The one and only, and it's not working. So now we're going to the famous beach, Sunset Beach, Maho Beach, they call it as well.
And this is the ones where the planes come in.
Come over the beach, yeah, very
Yes.
close to the beach, because the big planes need more room to land, so they would land closer to the runway.
Right.
The smaller flights land a bit higher up because they don't need so much room.
Have people been hurt?
Yes, a couple of times.
Yeah.
That's why it's prohibited to hang on to the fence
Mm-hmm.
when the plane is taken off, because people for some reason enjoy the jet blast.
Oh my God.
So it's
You can see
not
here.
allowed.
There's an Air Canada flight that just came in. Unless you come by boat, this is where you're going to start on Sint Maarten here at the airport.
Yep.
We've done both.
So these here are the brown pelicans. So the brown pelicans are basically the national bird of Sint Maarten.
Ah, no kidding. SXM is this airport's code. For those of you looking to come on down.
But it's looking good. I mean, after they rebuilt due to the hurricane, it's looking good.
Yeah, when we were here last time, they were just doing some construction.
Seems like they're getting to the ending of that.
Oh, that's good. And a small plane there just coming in. I'm sure the airport hires a lot of people, huh?
Yes, especially for that construction work they do.
And cargo transport.
Yep. Considering now the airport has upgraded, they will need extra people to work.
Mm-hmm. The pronunciation of this is Maho?
Maho.
Maho, okay.
Maho Beach.
Maho Beach.
So this is Maho Beach, and the area is also called Maho.
And you can see the airport runway is right there. And the planes come in, the jets come in.
Yeah, these are all the folks that wait for the plane to come in.
Looks like they sit here with some beers and have a party and they swim.
You see it?
No.
The plane.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Oh my, look at that.
You can see it?
See it, everyone's taking a picture.
Yeah.
Except the girls right there.
It's gonna come right over us. Here it comes.
Oh, I got 2 pictures.
Wow.
I took 2 pictures, but it didn't take the second one. Oh well, I got 1. That's pretty fun.
Yeah, people in enjoy this. When there is ship, here is packed with people.
Oh, really, huh?
There's like no standing room. Everybody's walking the street. They're just really busy.
It's going to be a pretty sunset tonight.
Mm-hmm. When's the next plane come?
In case you're addicted.
I am already.
Let's see. There's KLM coming in at 3:30. So if you guys want to catch that, it's like 10 more minutes.
Well, up to you.
Yeah, we're staying here for until 4, right?
Yeah.
You guys can definitely catch that.
Because otherwise we just go sit at the airport.
It's best you sit here. Just enjoy the sunset, the little.
About 5:30. Maho Beach. Well, we just had a good experience there at Maho Beach. Maho Beach. Sorry. And we saw a couple planes come in. And so we're finishing this up now. Fedricka's going to take us to the airport departure area. See here, we're right on the edge of the airport.
This is the cargo area.
Yeah, seeing how everything has to come in by boat or plane.
Yeah.
Air France just pulled in, I think. Or it just was an illusion. No, they're still and we're moving. I'm not sure. We took an Air France flight from Paris to here, which was absolutely lovely. We did that about a year ago, a little over a year ago. So we're pulling into the airport. Let's let you know this is another day in the life of Billy and Acacia from Sint Maarten, from Retire Early Lifestyle.com.
1991, the critics said it couldn't be done. Wanted to retire while they were still very young. Selling everything, now they have a life in the sun. Having more fun than anyone. Traveling the world to faraway places. Eating strange food, putting in their paces. Hanging out in Mexico, making lots of friends. It's a lifestyle, they'll live it to the beautiful end. You see, it didn't take long, living the dream. It's easier now than it ever seemed. It didn't take long, let them show you how. so that you too can retire now. That was 4 decades ago.